Welcome to Small Insight, Big Impact, a podcast where we translate small ideas into big impact, big results. Today, I'm going to share with you my personal experience about how I joined the UN and ended up working for 15 plus years. It all started in 2005, but I'll step back to give you some background. I was a research scientist working on my PhD dissertation, and I took steady leave to have some interaction with my supervisor at the University of Leiden in the Netherlands. And those who are very familiar with the PhD program in Leiden, it's kind of a sandwich program where you can easily work and have interactions, in-person interactions with your supervisor in Holland or Netherlands on a regular basis. So after those discussions, I took up a short assignment in Sudan to work for an NGO for 3 months. And that was when I realized the extent to which humanitarian response actually operates, because I realized the other side of life, which for me it was not very apparent, having worked in the mining and also with the government then. But all along, I'd always longed to work for the UN. So before that experience of getting into Sudan on a different ticket, I had registered my profiles on all the different UN platforms and also prepared myself with my degrees in geology and environmental engineering. So when I got to Sudan on this assignment with the NGO, quickly I got a couple of invitations to do exams because my focus was on the United Nations volunteer program because there was nothing more over the other agencies because of the stories I've heard about regarding recruitments and how to get on board. So I just had to follow the process of writing exams on and on, different calls from different countries with regards to assessments, which I just wholeheartedly did without any major hook or expectations. So out of the blue, I got a call from UNICEF Sudan country office that they were planning to recruit some UN volunteers, and my profile popped up. So I was like, oh, okay, that sounds good anyway. So then I took up the interview exercise, and long story short, the intent of the office to recruit me on UNV or as a UNV changed into a temporary position, which I gladly accepted and joined UNICEF in Sudan. And looking at what is going on in Sudan recently, my heart aches for them. Joined UNICEF in 2005 in Sudan. So that was how I got into the United Nations system and ended up working for close to 16 years plus in different locations at different times in different roles. So that is, I know there are different routes to getting into the UN, but I feel my experience will inspire some people who seek to work for the UN and are not sure of what to do and how to approach it, given the volume of applications that they receive and also the different assessments and interviews that they've either had or heard of with regards to working for the UN. So with this, I ended up having different tours. I think I worked in Denmark, Kenya, Sudan, Ethiopia, Eritrea, and New York, and then also did short assignments to other countries as part of the emergency response or programs that the organizations will send me on. So a couple of takeaways that I want you to have or to sort of consider if you are planning joining the UN based on my personal experience. The first one is for you to be ready. You need to do what it needs to get into the UN. One, it's have the right education, have the right experience, and more importantly, apply or register your profile on all the agencies of the UN that you want to join. This will take time, especially with the registration of your profile, but I bet it will pay off at the end of the day. Take your time to do that, and also make sure you prepare yourself for all the assessments that you'll be lucky to call. So that is more of the preparation for what you want to do, and look out for all openings that relates to the job that you want to do. So preparedness or preparation, it's very important yourself. You need to make sure that you have all the necessary requirements, or you tick the box for all the positions that you are you intend to apply or work. The other thing is also location is very important. You need to make sure you are at the right place at the right time, because from my experience, I was in Sudan on a different ticket for an organization, and I think the proximity of me being assigned to where the expertise were required at that time played a role, because it was easy for them to recruit me and then put me in a place where would require less transportation or less mobilization effort. Also, it could be that you're in a place where you can easily be assessed and move to where you are. So you don't necessarily have to be in that location, but make sure that your location is easily accessible, so that when it comes to deployment or other overhead arrangements and costs, it doesn't look burdensome to the organization. And of course, that will be taken into account. The other thing that I wanted to do, which will sound a bit conceptual, is listen to your instincts. It's very important to listen to your instincts, because sometimes these decisions or these offers, I would say it's sometimes it depends on how your stars are aligned and how things work out. You can have all that it takes, but trust me, there are a lot of stuff or a lot of things that goes into recruiting people in the UN. So follow your instincts and try to hone your instincts, because that, I think, in a couple of instances will you see that will help you make some right decisions and avoid some dangerous decisions as well. So it is a long-term exercise, but I encourage you to develop the habit of listening to your instincts to be able to make the right call at the right time. So that's the third insight I would like to share. It's you shouldn't be afraid to take risk, and you shouldn't be afraid to step into the unknown. When I took up this appointment, it was a temporary appointment. Remember, I told I was on a position on a leave and all that. So, and then family-wise, all that things that I had to consider. But you need to master courage and take the risk or step into the known, knowing very well that you are listening to your instincts and you are prepared for the position, and you are at the location that that will make it easy for you to be considered for that particular role. And my last advice to you is keep doing what you're doing. Don't give up on all the 200s or 1,000 or maybe 10 rejects or that you get from the different agencies you're applying to. The most important thing is to learn from those reject letters, and if there's a way for you to seek feedback in terms of what exactly you have to do better to be able to put in a very competitive application. Try and explore that. But overall, there's a lot that goes into the recruitment, and I would say sometimes it's just the act of God, and then somebody taking a chance on you that makes you stand out. So, yeah, that's. I feel I should share this today. So, if you are listening, this is Small Insight, Big Impact. I am Dr. Cheshire, and until next time, stay strong and keep applying and keep looking out for all that you want to do. Bye bye.